and Jess here, and today I'm joined with Gerri Sinclair from Vancouver International Airport. Thank you so much for joining me, Gerri.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you. So, the airport was recognised as the best in North America for 10 years in a row. What would you say was the main factor behind this sustained level of success?
Well, actually, I have to correct you.
Okay.
It was 12 years in a row, and we have actually won that award 14 times out of 16 years.
Wow.
So I think we have a good thing going.
Yes. Yeah, there's something in the water there.
Exactly. And I think probably the first thing that really puts us up there in the league of remarkable airports is the sense of place one receives, both when you enter the terminal to check in, but when you arrive. And first of all, Vancouver is located in a remarkable place on the west coast of North America with the mountains and the ocean. And when you come into the airport, the art, the displays, the way everything's set out is magical. The smell even, it captures the West Coast and our indigenous people who were there before us. And so I would say the sense of beauty and the sense of arrival and the sense of welcome moves all the way through the airport. And we've also spent a lot of time in terms of passenger experience and inclusivity for everyone who comes in. We, as a number of airports are these days referring to their passengers as guests, we feel that everyone who enters the terminal is a guest. And all of our staff, we have a very large passenger experience group. But everybody in the airport, the entire staff, over 1,000 people, when they first start, they take a program called Arrivals. And that Arrivals program introduces us to all of the airport, but it really focuses on inclusivity and helpfulness. So I'm a VP at the airport on the executive team. And I too, like all of the staff, we know about the look. When a passenger has got that look on his or her face, bewildered, we all come in and say, can I help you? It's not just one divisions team. Anyhow, there's many reasons. Our washrooms are clean. We have an aquarium. It's a beautiful place.
Sounds great.
And we keep winning.
There's a lot going on there.
Yes.
And then, of course, when the beauty and the sense of place and everything you've emphasized are so important, but I guess if the fundamental roles of an airport, so this efficient throughput of passengers, isn't being achieved, I guess that would take second place. So how do you ensure this efficiency and optimization throughout the airport, and how have you kept that so consistent?
Well, I would say that flow management is a huge priority for us at YVR. And when you think about flow, you think about passengers, you think about their bags, you think about planes, and you think of all the machines and vehicles on the airfield and the ways that passengers might get to the airport or that our cargo is delivered and picked up from the airport. So we look at flow from a systems perspective, and we are very, very conscious of how to improve it at every step, using both physical and digital techniques, and so I think flow is a huge priority for us.
And then picking up on the idea of these digital techniques, one of the main technologies that everyone is talking about is AI, and of course it's hugely transformative and harbours a lot of potential. Where do you see, are there any sort of easy gains when it comes to AI, and how can the industry leverage these for real returns?
Well, predictive maintenance is a place where I think one can invest and get returns quickly through AI. But we have a digital twin, and we've invested a great deal in the digital twin. And our digital twin gives us real-time situational awareness. On top of that, you build AI, so there's predictive awareness of what's going to happen, and then from there's automation. And AI is there every step of the way. But you can't have AI without good data, and the data has to feed all of the systems, and it has to be interoperable. So my advice for an airport, an airline, is start with your people, Find out who the people are in your organization who already are using large language models in their daily lives. We have a lot of people who are building agents, and we don't even know about them. And use the resources you have to help others start to see improvements in their jobs through AI.
Fantastic. And then tell me a little bit more about the digital twin. What sort of things can you model through it, and how has it been a real benefit to the airport?
Well, we have put sensors all the way through the airport, both the airfield and the terminal. And so therefore, at any point in time, I wish I could show it to you. I do. I have it on my phone. At any point in time, you can look and see all the planes that are there, the vehicles that are on the airfield. We are counting the flow of passengers through queues. It really helps us with congestion, with where problems are going to arise. Again, it's part of the flow management for our airport. And we've actually started to commercialize it, and we're putting it into ports and airports internationally because we are using it very, very effectively, and other airports want to do it too.
That's incredible. And then when we think about the industry, innovation is important, but safety is critical. How do you innovate without compromising safety, especially when it comes to the likes of cybersecurity?
So that's a great question, and the number one premise that's close to everybody's heart is safety first, safety above everything. But that doesn't mean that we have to lock everything down, right? So there's obviously a balance between safety and innovation, and one always makes sure that you can innovate with safety as well. And you have to be aware of what the trade-offs are, and to have systems in place that give you early warnings, for instance, of what's going on. So you can use technology to become more safe, and cybersecurity is exactly the same way.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Gerri.
Thank you.